Hello, I'm Moses Leos for the Hayes Free Press, and this is the Athlete of the Week. Today we highlight Nick Baca, who is a junior football player at Hayes. Baca is currently playing with the Rebel JV team, but has taken a long road to get there. Baca played some youth football, but was unable to fully participate due to budget constraints on his family, and it wasn't until the 8th grade where he fully participated in the game. However, an injury that season in 8th grade and ailing grades in his freshman year forced him to take the season off. Now, after a year's hiatus, Baca is back on the gridiron and ready to mix it up on the field. And so, here is this week's Athlete of the Week, Nick Baca. Okay, so tell me one more time about where you started and how it all began for you playing football.
I started at the end of 3rd grade to start of 4th grade, but I ended up dropping out of that season because I didn't really care for the coach. I guess it was either his methods or I just didn't like him in general. So I ended up dropping out, and then I came back at the start of 8th grade season. But I only managed to play 2 games because in the first week of full pads, I ended up breaking my hand.
Oh man, and just going through that experience, I mean, how did you break it? Did you fall? Did somebody fall on you, or did you try to brace yourself? Or
we were running an Oklahoma drill, and I ended up having to block somebody, and my hand ended up getting caught under his shoulder pads as he fell, and it ended up breaking the bone that connects the knuckle through the wrist right in here.
How long was the recovery time for you for that injury?
I don't remember. I want to say like 6 to 8 weeks, maybe a little longer.
And that prevented you from moving forward with football for that season. How difficult was it to be out of football for that length of time?
I don't know. It wasn't that bad. I don't know. At Barton, we didn't really have to do a whole lot. And I don't know. When I came back, they moved me up to starting tight end on B team. And I did finish out with the last 2 games of the season.
One thing you mentioned was the fact that when you were younger, you played football, and then you kind of had that gap between playing football till the 8th grade. How difficult was it to go through that gap, to not to have as much experience as some of your teammates? Well, how much of a learning curve was it to get back into the rhythm of things?
It was pretty difficult. I don't really know. I don't remember a whole lot of it, but just going from no contact coming in and actually having to hit someone, or else you got up downs or running laps or something, then I guess you could say it was fairly difficult.
Now, one thing I've been told was that during 8th grade, going into high school, you're trying to work through with your family, some of the family issues, and then also with your grades as well. How difficult was it to get that back on track to where you wanted to get back to to play football?
It wasn't too bad. One of the main reasons I wanted to get back into football is because at the time almost all my friends were playing. I really wanted to be out there with them and enjoying the game. And I kind of missed hitting people, and I like being out there getting hit, getting to full on hit somebody. I went a little stir crazy, not doing anything.
Okay, so now you're a junior, correct?
Yes, sir.
You're a junior and you're on JV, but how are you liking that experience? Is it a fun experience working with varsity and all the other JV guys?
It is. It's a blast. It's fun getting to actually get some game time down on JV, but then during practice you get to work with the varsity, and they're great. I don't know how JV actually stands up to them at some points, but yeah, it's pretty fun.
So what are your goals moving forward, going into your junior year now, and the next year into your senior year?
This year, I'm trying to work up to where they'll call me up for varsity if they need another backup tight end, if our starter or their backup gets hurt or something. And then next year, I'm really hoping I'm going to be starting. I'm going to bust my butt trying to get up to that point.
For more information regarding Athlete of the Week, and if you would like to nominate someone for our Athlete of the Week series, please send an email to moses@hayesfreepress.com. For the Athlete of the Week, I'm Moses Leos.